My name is Professor Adam McIlwaine. I'm the Dean of the School of Film and Television Arts, and I'm here today to talk to you about the school. So the School of Film and Television Arts has three majors. They are the BA Honours in Filmmaking, the BA Honours Television Production, and the BA Honours in Digital Media Arts. So what we propose to do at the moment is give you an outline of what those programmes are and also the differences between the programmes. So within the programmes in Year 2, when you join us, there are a level of core fundamental skills that you will share across each programme. Those skills allow you in Year 2 to work across the different programmes, work with your peers on the different programmes, and get those core fundamental strong technical skills, and also the content development that you need as you move through the programme. So you will work in groups together before you move across into your more specialist areas within Year 3. Content development is very, very important in your Year 2. At that point, you will not only learn technical skills, but you will also be able to develop ideas. Some of those ideas will be carried with you throughout the programme. Other ideas you may realise within your Years 2, 3 and 4. In Year 3, the majors really begin to move into the specialist classes. So, strong core fundamental foundation skills become strong specialist skills. So each of the majors will have modules that are really specialist in theme and in tone that will begin to develop you as a specialist practitioner. But in Year 3, you carry on the development of content and ideas, because the ideas and the content backed up with the specialist skills that you're beginning to gain are what will make you a strong creative practitioner. In Year 4, you will be a strong specialist practitioner, and you will spend Year 4 realizing different projects and different project work. So let's have a look at each major in a little bit more detail and get an idea of what that content output is. What are the projects that you'll be working on? And what are the differences between the majors? For BA Filmmaking, the content development part of your work would be screenwriting primarily, looking at script development. Your scripts would be aimed at short films for international festivals, but you would also be involved in the development of ideas for feature film scripts as well. You would also then realise some of the short films. So short fiction films, short documentary films, aimed primarily at the cinema. Now that's different from the BA television production. The content development side of BA television production is more about looking at TV format ideas. Ideas for shows, game shows, quiz shows, sports shows, magazine shows, but also looking at television series, returning series, whether those be fiction or whether those be factual for documentary. Television production students also then move into the TV studio in Year 3 and get far more experience of running a television studio. So you will be working on TV-based, studio-based work, and also multi-camera work, whether that be on location or be within the studio. For digital media arts, there's a broad range of areas where you can work. Digital media artists can work within animation, can work in visual effects for film and television, but they can also be involved in creating their own artwork, which could be used for installations, for immersive experiences, and also transfer into virtual reality and augmented reality. So a very diverse content development side for digital media arts. And the project side, you will also generate your own project work that you have developed and would like to showcase, but you may also be creating project work that is included in other majors work. For example, the filmmaking, you may have special effects work within a short film. So those are the three majors and the slight differences with the three majors. In terms of the project output, you will be involved in individual projects. You will have the opportunity to create individual projects. You will also have the opportunity to work in groups and learn about how to work in a group and how to trust the group as you move forward. And there'll also be collaborative projects. It feels as though that's the same thing, but it's not. In group, you'll primarily be working with your peers within the program. In a collaborative sense, you could be working with an external artist, you could be working with a filmmaker, you could be working with a documentary maker, you could be working with an architect or a physicist, whoever. So you're looking at different disciplines and bringing them in to collaborate to create unique work. And of course, you will also have the development side of the content development side of your work, which will be individual, but can also be team or group led as well. So who do you meet within the program? Who are your professors, your mentors? Who are the staff within the school? The staff are international. We have staff from United States, United Kingdom, Argentina, Italy, and of course China. All of the staff are practitioners and are academics. So what do I mean by that? By practitioners, all of the staff have had industry experience. They have worked within the film, television, or digital media industries. But they are also proven academics who have worked within education. So realistically, you have the best of both worlds. You have the industry experience and you have the university experience as well. Of course, within a film school environment, you need film school facilities. In September 2020, we'll be opening a new facility on the South Campus. That facility has film, television studios, edit suites, dub suites, grading suites. It also has a virtual reality lab and a motion capture studio. It is realistically a one-stop shop for creativity. And what do I mean by that? I mean that you can come to us in year 2 with an idea, and you can realize a strong specialist idea by year 4, and you can screen it in our new cinema, or you can install it within our new creative space, and your work will be seen by an audience. So from idea to audience, all within the one program and all within the one facility. Today we're going to have a little look at an example of what you would be studying, what we would be delivering if you were a student within the School of Film and Television Arts. And we're going to focus on one area that is vitally important to the school and also to the industries that you would be hoping to enter. If you come to us within the BA Filmmaking program, the BA Television Production program, or the BA Digital Media Arts program, then you will be entering industry where content is king, where new content, new ideas are the most valuable currency that you can have if you're a creative practitioner. So today we're going to look briefly at how an idea is developed within the school. So the idea is king. Then we'll look at creativity and the creative process. We are strong believers in creativity, and also that creativity goes across many of the different aspects of your lives and also subject areas that we deal with. So we'll have a brief discussion about creativity. And then we'll look at what the actual development process is within the school. If you have an idea, how do you take that idea from the page to the screen? So there's a little quote here that we use quite a bit when we're talking about creativity within the school. And this is from a man called Sir Ken Robinson. And Sir Ken Robinson believes, as I do, that creative people are not creative in the abstract. So what do we mean by that? We mean that you're not simply a creative. You're creative in something that you do. So your creativity is expressed whether you're a painter, whether you're an artist, whether you're a filmmaker, whether you're an architect, and believe it or not, whether you're a mathematician, a physicist, whatever discipline. The strong belief is that in lots of the decisions that we make in our lives, they're creative decisions, but we don't recognize them as being creative decisions. Creativity is something that you have as a child, and perhaps you could argue something that you lose as you get older. So we reconnect you with your creative processes. Creativity involves imagination. We very rarely see the word imagination as we move through our adult life. Imagination is often related to children. So once again, we try and give you that opportunity to imagine things, to create new ideas. Creativity and imagination are highly linked. And when you couple that with high levels of core and specialist technical skills, there are real opportunities for you to develop imaginative, creative new work. And that's what we do within the school. So whether you want to be a visual effects artist, a cinematographer, a producer, a director, a screenwriter, whatever you want to be, this approach of high levels of core specialist skills, high levels of imagination and creativity, we believe will be the type of delivery that will best suit you as you move forward with your career. Ideas fuel the creative industries. The creative industries, whether in China or whether internationally, globally, ideas fuel it. China is fast becoming the biggest audience in the world for creative industry products, whether they be animation, whether it be gaming, film or television. The Chinese domestic audience is becoming the largest in the world. So we look at the Chinese audience, we look at what is being shown, what is being watched, what is being consumed in China, and we try and develop those ideas. But we're also looking for the idea that will be successful in China, but will also be successful globally. And that takes creativity and it takes imagination. So, how do we work within projects in the school? How do you develop those ideas? All project ideas that you have will be developed within the school. You do not simply come up with an idea and make the idea. You come up with an idea, we will look at the idea, you will share the idea with your peers. We will create an environment that we like to call a critical friend environment, where we will rigorously interrogate your ideas until the point where you feel your idea is strong. And when it's strong enough, we will create the idea. We'll take the idea from the page to the screen. And then ultimately, we will move it towards an audience. But that process is a step-by-step process. And we'll talk you through what that process is. And the process is mirrored in industry. The process that we deal with within the School of Film and Television Arts, because of our industry background, of our international staff, is the same process you would go through if you were working within the industry. What is the process? It's a 5-step process. Now there is also a 7-step process for this, but we deal with a 5-step process within the school. What are the 5 steps that we look at? We look at your idea. We develop the idea with you. We develop it with your mentors, your professors, your staff. We also develop ideas with industry partners who'll be coming in and out of the school working with you. We then take the idea if we think it's strong enough, or if you think it's strong enough, and we move into pre-production. We plan the idea. We look to see whether that idea is realizable. Can we make it? And if we can, we begin the pre-production. Then, of course, we make it. Some people would say that's the most exciting part of the process, is the making. But great film directors across many, many decades have said that that's not the most exciting part. It's been very, very well known that Alfred Hitchcock, who was a wonderful director, didn't like making the film. He liked editing the film. And editing the film would be stage 4 in our process. You move to post-production. You work with other peers within courses to add sound design, to add colour grading, to add a dub, to add visual effects. And then finally, we'll look at showcasing the work and distributing the work. This is very, very important. You create an idea with us that is strong, we'll distribute that idea. It will be seen in international festivals, it will be seen domestically in China, and hopefully it will have a life online after you leave us and graduate the programme. So what we're doing is we're developing project ideas, but we are also in some ways developing you. Those 5 stages that I've just outlined for a project are also very, very similar to the stages that you will go through if you're working with us in the School of Film and Television Arts. You're coming to us as an idea, and we're going to work with you to develop you as an idea. And you will plan your career, you will plan your project work, you will plan where you want to go next, and we will work with you in that stage, stage 2. Stage 3, you will begin to become the artist or the creative artist or the specialist practitioner that you want to be in stage 3. And stage 4 and 5, we will then showcase that artist, showcase you, and wrap you up and get you ready for your next steps, whether that be to industry in China, to industry internationally, or perhaps onto a top film school or a top graduate school, wherever you choose to go. So the development within the school is the development of ideas, but it's also the development of you. And going back to what I said at the beginning about creativity, creativity and imagination and flexibility are what you need to be a practitioner. So you have many opportunities within the school to work in project work. And project work is vitally important as a practitioner. But in order to make project work, there are some learned experiences that we will help you with. You have to collaborate. Collaboration is a learned process. You have to, if you're making a film or a piece of digital art or a television show, you have to work with many, many people. You have to learn how to collaborate. You have to learn how to share. Many people, young, new talent, creative artists, will write scripts, take photographs, draw, paint, make films, and no one sees them. So no one critiques them, no one develops them, no one moves them forward. We will help you to be confident in sharing your work. And we'll also be confident, help you to be confident in cooperating with your peers, with people from different disciplines, and also from members of the industry. So the main part of what we do starts with the idea. What is it that you want to say? What is it that you need to say? And in order to do that, we will develop with you. We will have you involved in read-throughs. You will share your work. You will visualize your work. You will be involved in mood board creation. You'll be involved in pitching. You'll be involved in sharing your ideas with peers, with faculty, and also with industry partners. So in order to do that, you really have to create, or we have to create, an environment of trust. So the first session, which is partly what I'm delivering at the moment, is where we outline how you become that creative artist who trusts your peers around you, who will have the creative freedom to express themselves creatively and won't be scared to express themselves creatively. Will also have strong practice-based skills so that the ideas you come up with, you know that you can make, you can realize. But there'll also be ideas that you come up with that perhaps you won't want to realize within the degree program, but you may carry them on to industry partners or, of course, to a graduate school. There will be industry involvement. Industry will come in and out of the classroom. Industry is in the classroom every day because your professors and lecturers have industry experience. But current industry partners will come in and out of the classroom and work with you. Again, you have to learn how to function within an industry environment as well. Vitally important. And we will also give you an international perspective on the global market. What is happening in film and television and digital media globally? What is happening in digital media, film and television in China? You will have the benefit of both perspectives, which sets you up very, very well to be a strong practitioner, strong skills, specialist skills, strong ideas, with a sense of what is happening both in China and internationally. So within the school, you'll be involved in new content development, you'll be involved in talent development, i.e. developing your own talent. This type of session will be the type of session that you will be involved in. It's informal, it's creative, it expects you to share, it expects you to be open and to be open-minded. So if you are that way, then come and join us at the School of Film and Television Arts, where we'll develop your ideas and we'll develop you for your future career. Thank you.